morning. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Club. I am your host, BLZ.
JD Jimerson, shout out to myself. You tapped into the 5 a.m. Club. What up, Blaze?
Yes, sir. JD. Top of the morning to you, brother. It's a pleasure as always. Yeah, JD. Yeah, no. Look at that, JD. First like on the 5 a.m. Club. That's what I'm talking about, man. Texas. Shout out Texas, man. You dudes, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Y'all come on, grab seats, man. Tap that like button on the way. Got a good one for us this morning, man. Yeah, I'm Dariana Jefferson. Good morning, and welcome to the 5 a.m. Club. Glad to have you here. Yeah, while people sliding in, man, I'm just a little overview for the day. We're gonna talk about the benefits of healthy starts, for our days and whatnot. We're always talking about doing this cool stuff. And if you guys are anything like me, I'm about science when it comes to learning new things. Barry Beige, top of the morning, bro. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Club, man. How's it going? We missed you yesterday. Anything exciting? Yeah, as I was saying, I don't know about you guys, but I'm all about science when it comes to things that I adapt new things when it comes to, making changes. So today, or yesterday, I should say, I took a little time going through the World Health Organization book, and they solidified a lot of the things that we already know anyway here at the 5 a.m. Club. But they gave us a bit of science behind it, and yeah, I'd like to share that with y'all. Some of it gonna be a little bit redundant, maybe repetitive, but nonetheless, it's confirmation that we are on the right page, that we are thinking the right thoughts and doing the right things. So yeah, we're gonna get into it this morning. Okay, let's move this out the way. You already know we're starting off with that good old H2O. Yeah. Stuff up the way here. Ooh. That's not good. It made too much of a mess. It's not too bad. Anybody know? All right, y'all slide in here while I clean up this mess that I made here. All right, y'all give me 1 second. Let me wipe this down real quick here.
$1 for a lap dance.
Yeah.
But only $1 for a cigarette.
That's another show. This is the script.
Oh, this is the script.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the script. That's another show there.
But script.
Hi guys, we just finished watching Blaze's new show, The Script. He's the most sexy, hilarious, funny, and handsome guy. So please support him and watch the show. And don't forget, shout out to myself.
Nothing about that. I'm from LA. I ain't been up in there. I don't know about I ain't been up in there. but I'm the epitome of fly, man.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Blaze. Shout out to myself. Hey, what's going on? My name is Blaze. Shout out to myself. Hey, what's going on? My name is Blaze. Shout out to myself. Hey, what's going on? My name is Blaze. Shout out to myself. God.
See, bad boy Blaze. Shout out to myself. OOBLZ at Instagram.
Shout out to myself.
All right, sweet. And spit some of this junk on my phone. Apologize, you guys. I'm a little overexcited this morning. It's one of those mornings for me. Yeah, very excited today. I guess I'm trying to switch to dish towel. Yeah, man. So how's everybody doing with their hydration, man? Everybody had their first few ounces of water already. Yeah. I found that when it comes to drinking water, we all know it's good daily practice. We all know it's good daily habits and whatnot. But much like everything we do, I think, we talked about it yesterday, baby steps. Miss Nina Poole, good morning. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Club. Much like everything we do, it's okay and even recommended to take baby steps. So when it comes to my water, I have this big giant half-gallon container, or you get your gallon containers or whatnot. And sometimes that could seem a bit overwhelming, depending on who you are. So don't listen to me. I'm here to share science and information, practice good habits. Who's the real cheap TV? Top of the morning, bro. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Club. I'm here to share good information and good habits to practice and whatnot. But the way you go about these habits, are totally up to you, because there's different ways to accomplish the same goals. Okay. For example, the water intake, they have these gallon containers, and for me, my goal is to get a gallon in a day. And, I used to think that, let me just get this gallon container, and this will just measure me. Once this container's empty, I'm good for the day, But I found that carrying around this big container was, I don't know, a bit ridiculous, to say the least. But again, Scribe 24, good morning. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Club. Catch the first, honeymooning, there we go. That's what I'm talking about, man. Definitely have a good weekend, man. Tell a wifey that all the members of the 5 a.m. Club says hello, congratulations, and we appreciate her too, because whatever she do for you to be a part of us, man, we're excited for both of you guys together, man. That's dope. That's dope. I love good unions. I don't mean to get thrown off of my water story, but this is 5 a.m. and we all about feel good, I love good unions, man. I love when I see a good couple. And when I say good couple, I mean two people who look like they belong together. And I don't mean physically. I mean, like, you can see the laughter between the two. You can, see the interaction between the two, and you just know that they belong together. You know what I mean? They just give you a family vibe, not in a creepy way, dating my sister kind of way, but we're so close, we're so cool that, you know what I mean? You can just tell that they're family, and you are family. You know what I mean? When you're with somebody that is family. But yeah, congratulations to you and the missus. You guys have a good time, and most importantly, have a safe time. definitely, man, take some pictures, man. And hey, I tell you what, you guys get a chance, man. One of these mornings while you guys chilling, hanging out, man, give us a drop, man. Do it, a little video. Include your wife if you like, man. I'll do a little video, man. And shout out to 5 a.m. Club. And yeah, we get a spinning here. But yeah, back to this water thing, man. This big jug, I thought was cool, and it can be depending on who you are, But I'm not. I'm finding it, I don't know, a bit ridiculous to walk around with this giant container. Ty Ward, top of the moment. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Club, and definitely shout out to you. I'm finding it a bit ridiculous carrying around this giant jug. So I got a recommendation from a doctor, and this brother said that how he likes to do it is every hour on the hour, just take a drink of water, wherever you at, whatever you're doing, every hour on hour. Now, when you decide to take this drink of water, it doesn't have to be a half a gallon. It doesn't have to, you know what I mean? Just take a drink of water, and at a bare minimum, you're gonna at least knock down 4 ounces. You know what I mean? Especially when you're being conscious of your purpose. You knock down 4 ounces. You do that every hour throughout the day, you should be fairly good. So that's an example of a baby step. That's an example of slowly, working toward something big. You still get to the same ending. I find it to be a little less pressure for myself personally. And per yesterday, I totally recommend alkaline water. The higher the pH, the better. My local grocery store here is Stater Brothers. So if you don't, know where you can get alkaline water from, if you don't have an alkaline store from you or near you, that's who I go to get the little bottles. I get the 5-gallon containers from my water store. They do offer alkaline water. And typically I get these, little bottles for the to-go or for guests, but I haven't filled my container in a few days. So, yeah, I've been drinking them myself. Barry says, I've been cracking open the seltzer water. The seltzer water cans like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Round the clock. Yeah, seltzer water is pretty good too. But I'm more about the I'm drinking for hydration, and for me, I found that alkaline water works best when you're trying to achieve the goal of hydration. Yeah, most of the time when we wake up in the morning, obviously, we're using the term wake up. Obviously, we've been asleep. So when you wake up in the morning, you tend to be a little bit hydrated. You tend to lose hydration while sleeping. And lack of hydration causes fatigue. That's why you notice that the first place that we really heard people promoting proper water drinking usage is in sports atmosphere or active situations. Whatever sports you play, whatever class you're taking, they want you to stay hydrated because hydration causes fatigue. So that is some science behind why it's a great idea to drink water in the morning. That's from the World Health Organization. They had a bunch of interesting facts, and you guys don't actually have to buy a book. You can, nowadays you can, there's audio books, there's Google, there's whatever you need, Yeah, so certainly let's hydrate, and particularly early in the morning, particularly early in the morning. So, yeah, there's some science behind hydration. Awesome tool to have in your arsenal, more of a must, you know. Meditation. I try to sneak it in there, you know, daily, no matter what. And the recommended amount of time is at least 10 minutes. 10 minutes of meditation a day. And I found some other scientific benefits behind it, other than the general feel good and you know, the mode that it helps keeps you in and puts you in, which is generally enough. But yeah, I'm excited about some of the other benefits that I found, and the other benefits are pain reduction. Would have thought pain reduction is something that you can gain from meditation, at least 10 minutes a day. It relieves anxiety, which is a huge deal. You know, nowadays, you know, a lot of people, you know, deal or suffer from anxiety. I myself, you know, it happens from time to time. You know, you get a little anxious. It's a lot going on, or you know, you may be a little worried about how something is coming along. Yeah, so meditation is great. Helps with anxiety, reduces pain, and yeah, you know, my thoughts on meditation is try to go into it with an open mind. There's also different forms of you know, achieving the same thing as well. So, you know, look out for those, and, you know, pay attention to the things that fit you. Guided meditation. Guided meditation is something that I looked up, and that could be a help. That could be something that makes it a little bit easier for some people who are not used to, or you know, not acclimated into the whole, you know, daily meditation thing. All right. Yeah, you know, those are very cool things. Yesterday I spoke with one of my buddies, man. Little bro, man, Pedro. And Pedro's a relatively young dude, early 30s, you know. Pretty intense guy in terms of, you know, his hunger and you know, his you know, his habitual you know, tactics. You know, he's very into, you know, researching and studying, and really a hands-on dude, animator, creator, and whatnot. And he just dealt with you know, some health issues, and you know, checking up on him yesterday. You know, he reminded me, you know, of the reason we need to stay on top of our stuff. You know, the reason we need to maintain healthy habits, and this is a good start. You know, that's why I'm grateful to have you guys here at the 5 a.m. Club. If I wanted to forget, I couldn't. You know, I got you guys right here to have my back. Divine Bebop, top of the morning. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Club. Yeah, so he had me really doubling down on my beliefs, you know. So, you know, it was a little disheartening to hear, you know, a friend going through some troubles. But the important thing is that he got over it, he got through it, and yeah, that was cool, you know. And I'm grateful, and I appreciate having good people, you know. So, you know, whenever something happens to good people, you know, you're always a little bit like, damn. But yeah, you know, me and him talked a little bit, and you know, he's gonna be getting together his own studio pretty soon, and yeah, he's gonna get busy on here. He's gonna be dropping some content. We're gonna definitely collaborate. I love the way he thinks. I love that he's all about science as well. You know, when it comes to figuring out things, you know, you want to know the ins and outs. You know, everything is not about speculation. Although when you're intelligent enough, you can intellect your way through things. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to Pedro, man. He sounded very well and appeared to be healing up decent. So that's a good look. But yeah, man. So Let's stay on our health, guys. Let's maintain, and not just physical, but all around health, mental, spiritual, physical, everything, because it's all important. They're all inclusive. And even if we just do a little bit a day, that's fine. Honestly speaking, when it comes to really, really forming habits, it takes a bit of time. It takes a bit of time. And don't expect it. Just the same way I approach my water thing, just the same way I say, just take a sip, a few ounces, every hour on an hour, as opposed to just trying to tackle this big old gallon or this big old jug. Yeah, same thing with everything else. A little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. So, we have to be on it, man. It amounts to big things, great results. I know a person who it took, roughly about 5 years, to really, really get all of these practices down and make it a part of her everyday life. You know what I mean? And this woman is a health specialist, so you think it'd be easier for her. You think it'd be, you know what I mean? But it's not. It's tough for everybody, and it takes practice. So I wanted to share that story in case any of you guys are struggling and feeling like, man, it's taking a while. I'm talking about a health professional. She said it took her about 5 years to really get it all done. Doesn't mean it's going to take you 5. It also doesn't mean it won't take 6 for you. But I thought that'd be cool to hear that you don't have to expect it to happen overnight. Mm-hmm. So meditation, try to get it in. People who are brand new to the meditation world, there's a thing called guided meditation. Try it out. You never know what works for you, and that's all that matters, is what works for you. So find what works for you. There's also a common app. It's called Headspace. I don't use it, but I heard very good things about it. So again, if you're one of those people who are not a fan of meditation, who has trouble with meditation, try Headspace. Also, speaking of baby steps, I heard a lot of people, when they get into meditation, that it's not the kind of thing that takes right away either. That same nutritionist, she also said for her, it took somewhere around the 10th or between the 10th and the 15th day for her to really relax and get into it. And, so that's something to take a note of as well. So whatever works for you, because, the goal is to get the job done. So definitely look into that, what else? The exercise. And again, whatever level of exercise you are at is okay. And from the mildest, daily walks. So again, in the World Health Organization, recommends daily walks. Exposure to greenery is good for your health. Exposure to foliage, it's good for your health. It's good for your health. Depending on where you live, it might be, some places might be better than others. Some of you guys live in places that are beautiful outside. Some of you guys live in places where it's, ice cold outside. You know what I mean? Me personally, I'm in Southern California here. So, depending on where I'm at, I could experience, any one of the particular seasons, which is why I love California. You know, if you're a country guy, man, you can have some country living right here in California. If you're a city boy, you know, you can get city living right here in California. If you're a mountain and cabin kind of guy, you can live in the mountains and cabins right here. I love this state. I love traveling and visiting other ones too, but I love it here because, you know, you can live whatever complements, you know, your mentality. This state has a place that can accommodate you. If you're a beach person, you can live, you know, you can live on the beach here. There's lake, everything, man. You know, I really love it. Yeah, it's almost nothing you cannot do here in California. You know what I mean? Yeah, you want to be a rapper, you can go to the local mall, you know, pick up a few chains, ring or two, you know. Yeah, get right to it. Yeah, man, if you want to drive a Bentley, there's a place down here, Hollywood. You can go down there and rent you a Bentley. You want to drive a Ferrari. You want whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. You can do it here. I love that. I love it. But yeah, let's get those daily walks in, folks. That is one of my favorite activities for a couple of reasons. I like to always take a look at the lay of the land wherever I'm at. I always like to know what's around me. I like to be. There's something about being on foot. You know, I've been in areas that I've driven around for years, and once I start walking the area, I notice things that I've never noticed ever. That always trips me out. So I like that, you know. Also, you run into people. These people work very near you. These people live near you. Whatever it is, you never know. You never know what's around you unless you explore. And you know, I'm an explorer kind of guy, you know. So for me, you know, it's an easy call. I enjoy it. It's not too strenuous, you know what I mean? You can do moderate walks. But for optimization, what you guys want to focus on whenever you're doing any exercise is your heart rate. You know, your heart rate want to be between moderate and vigorous. And everybody's heart rate is going to be a little bit different. So consult your particular physician or, you know, your gym specialist, whoever helps you out with that. Find out what your heart rate need to be. If you do not know, I strongly encourage that because what you have to do to get your heart rate to between vigorous and moderate may be totally different from what I have to do. And that can be a good thing because I can be really working hard over here and you can be, you know, working relatively easy and still achieve the same goal. So don't overwork yourself ever. You know, do what you have to do. And if you got a little bit more, you know, that's always okay. It never hurts. Unless you overdo it. You don't want to overdo anything. You know, when it comes to exercise, always consult the professional. Honey C says, I walk my dogs and see things I've never seen driving around. Yeah. I mean, it never trips. It never ceases to amaze me how many things I run into, you know, things that I've never seen, people that I've never seen. You know, I met a neighbor around the corner from me. She was several blocks away, but these are blocks I would never go down because these are streets that I don't need to take to go home or leave ever. But when you walk and you're just walking, you know. Yeah, so I met a neighbor, man, and it happened to be a woman. I was expecting some man to come out the garage because I seen a classic muscle car in the driveway, and you know, and she was like, "Oh no, this is my baby here. I bought it brand new in 1970, whatever it was, and just a beautiful car. I mean, not beautiful in the sense that it was painted up with new rims and matching leather and all that. It needed a bit of work. you can see that she had it for a while, but I love the originality of the car. The car was very original. And you can tell that she was one of the early owners. I whispered that to my buddy when I first seen it. I was like, man, I bet she had this, or whoever owned it, you know, from the beginning. And she definitely confirmed that. Yeah. So that was a very interesting neighbor to meet. That was a very interesting, you know, happened to be a woman and not a man. And not only a woman, this was a white woman. And obviously I'm a large black man, but I live in a, you know, decent community and whatnot. But I don't know how social she would be or not. Again, this is her home, but to my surprise, again, a very, very social woman. You know, very social, very cool. She didn't have no problems at all talking to me about the car, explaining, you know, how long she had it. We talked for a good 3 to 5 minutes, and that's a long time for, you know, just a, you know, impromptu, just a little, you know. So that was really cool. That was really cool. We even exchanged information because she wanted to know about getting some detail work done to her car. And yeah. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, you're right, Barry. Shout out to her, man. Very, very sweet lady. Yeah, definitely. You guys, let's take a minute, man. We're 30 into it, man. Let's get those like buttons down, man. For those of you new to the channel, we appreciate it here. This is the 5 a.m. Club. This is the club that's dedicated to you and you alone. Individually, you know, we talk general things about health, about life, and we all take it the way it best suits us individually. And collectively, you know, we are a group of positive people with positive thoughts, pushing positive vibes, and we're glad to share it with you. Take the time to hit the like button. The like button is generally $10,000, but for you guys here at the 5 a.m. Club, it's free. We'd like you to grab a like button, tap it when you come in the door, but if you happen to catch it later, that's great too. I appreciate the subscriptions for everybody here on YouTube. If you're here from Facebook or Instagram, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, as it is Blaze the God. Thank you for tuning in here. Yeah. So, yeah, man. It's just an excellent thing, man, when you meet new people. And, you know, that's what I love about this club, man. You know, you meet a lot of new people, man. And, you know, we got our regular group here, but, you know, weekly we notice, we see one face, we see 2 faces, we see 3 people slowly starting to add, you know, to what we got going here. And I love it because this particular club is the kind of club that, I mean, by default, you don't get any bullshit. You know what I mean? By default, you know, it's kind of like, how would I say? Maybe like when it comes to, you know, healthy eateries, healthy restaurants or something. Whenever you go into a place that offers, you know, generally just healthy stuff, you could almost ask or talk to anybody in there about anything health related, and you're gonna get, you know, a person who's into it, who's interested in, and generally people do not mind sharing. That's something I've learned in my experience in life. People who know things, people who are good at things, they generally do not have a problem sharing. You know what I mean? I get up here every morning here, 5 in the morning with you guys, which means I'm up at 4 doing my thing, and we get in here and share for free. You know what I'm saying? For free. You know, some of you guys who appreciate it, some of you guys who show up here, some of you guys loving to see it going and keep it going, you know, help out and donate via Cash App, like buttons and subscriptions or whatnot. But even if that didn't happen, I would still be here to give, you know, because, you know, you guys already know I believe in the law of prosperity. The law of prosperity says that if you contribute to prosperity, then you must in turn prosper yourself. So I feel like me contributing anything to you guys, because I believe in you guys. I believe you guys are prosperity on one level or another. I think you guys are prosperity for showing up here. I think you guys will be successful and prosperous just by attendance alone, because it takes a special person, you know, to think about a 5 a.m. club. Even if it's not 5 where you are, the thought, when you hear the title 5 a.m. club, you know, it only evokes certain kinds of thoughts, you know, put you in a certain mode. You know what I mean? So for anybody to click on something like that, for anybody to be moved by a title like that, it takes a special person. Again, you know, you drive, you know, you driving past a restaurant and it says health burgers or all health and blah blah blah. Anybody who's interested in that, you can bet your bottom dollar that that person is about something good, is about making change, is about a positive change, you know? So yeah, man. Devine said Blaze got a 6. Oh man, that is funny. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, you know, same thing with this, man. You know, my contribution here is, you know, I'm not even worried about it because I believe in the law. Like I said, the law of prosperity says that he who contributes to prosperity must in turn prosper himself. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about, man. You know, growth, you know, spiritually, physically, financially, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, daily walks. Daily walks. The World Health Organization recommends 150 minutes a week of moderate workout, and a walk is included, provided that you check your heart rate. They have watches now, smart watches. They have smart watches. They have Fitbits. They have, you know, these apps come on your phone. Whatever it takes for you to monitor your heart rate. Monitor your heart rate is very important. I mentioned that a little bit ago. But yeah, monitoring your heart rate tells you if you're doing enough or if you're doing too much. More importantly, because some of us think, man, I got to get out here and go hard. No. You don't do what you think. You do what you feel. You do what science tells you. You know what I mean? So find out your optimal heart rate, and yeah, keep it between moderate and vigorous, and you'll be okay. So 150 minutes a week. 150 minutes a week of moderate working out. So that should be fairly easy to do. I mean, if you guys did, I mean, I don't know, 30 minutes a day, you know, you can break it down to 20 minutes a day, you know, and every other day, however you do it, 150 minutes a day of moderate working out, or 75 minutes of vigorous workouts. 75 minutes a day of a vigorous workout. So pick your poison, whatever works for you, whether it's the 75 minutes, whether it's the 150 minutes, either or. All right, let's get on it. And again, you know, I can't stress enough the heart rate. Monitor those heart rates. You know, monitor those heart rates. Also, for a more complete exercise, you should include some weight training. You know, I know some women don't like the idea of weight training because they feel like they're going to look a certain way or too masculine, too whatnot. But that's not true. Certainly consult, your personal trainer or whatnot, and find out how to do certain things and what works for you. Let them know what you're trying to accomplish, the goals you want to achieve, and get to it. Get to it. That's a complete workout. Your cardiovascular workout is covered in your walk, but certainly get to some weight training. Weight training preserves muscle mass and bone density. As we are all, we're no longer 16. Some of you may be. Some of you may, be fresh, brand new, 2021. But for those of you like me, for those of you in your 30s and even 40s, you get to losing muscle mass and bone density, and how you help preserve that. It's a couple of sessions of weight training a week, at least. Barry Bay says he is keeping true to his 16-hour challenge for the week by cleaning, polishing, and furnishing his new apartment. It's definitely something that I love. Yeah, good job, man. Good job on the goal setting, goal monitoring, and certainly goal accomplishments, because you're still on top of it. And the beautiful thing about it is, you're getting a workout, you're getting mental clarity for something that you enjoy, something that's good for you. So there's all kind of bonuses and benefits in that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 8 hours down, you're halfway through it. So where we at? Also eat greens. Eat greens. For me, I was gonna say this is a easy thing, but let me say the correct thing. The correct thing is that I enjoy greens. Okay, it's not easy to get to it because you have to make a conscious effort, and sometimes that is where the problem lies. But I enjoy greens, so it's a little easier for me. But when it comes to training and working out, and depending on what you're trying to do, it's very important you have a vegetable on your tray at all times. Protein, starch, and a vegetable. And when it comes to vegetables, if you don't know which vegetable to eat, which one is the best, which one, green is my go-to. If it's green, it's good. If it's green, it's go. So that's a good tip right there in terms of figuring out which vegetable. But if you know which ones you like, if you know the properties, the health properties of certain things, then by all means, dig into it. Dig into it and enjoy it. Try to make it happen daily. One of my favorite things about greens is what it does for my trips to the bathroom. I'm just going to be honest, guys. I love how much toilet paper I'm able to save. I know that's a little gross, man, but I love how much toilet paper I'm able to save. I love how easy cleanup is. I love how the smell is tolerable. I mean, I went really hard one year, man, and that's how I even got on my green kick. Is I just went greens 2-3 times a day, and for me, I'll give you guys another tip when it comes to eating. When it comes to eating, healthy or properly, I season my food. Most of the good stuff is bland, is blah blah blah. People want to Mrs. Dash, whatever. If that works for you, great. I'll be conscious. I don't, try to overdo things. But I season my food, man. If you don't like it, guess what? Chances are you won't eat it. You know, chances are you won't eat it. If you don't like it, you won't eat it. One of the easiest ways to get down some greens or something you don't like is a smoothie. You know, blend it in with something cold, with something sweet, naturally sweet. You know, fruits and whatnot. As Honey C pointed out, greens come in many forms. You can drink them powders. You can have them fresh, frozen, and more. So absolutely, absolutely. But anytime you want to take something, or it's good to take, and you just have a hard time putting it in your mouth, mix it with something, blend it. Smoothies are great options for things like that, to hide in some of your vitamins and some of your whatnot. Devon Bebop says turmeric, garlic, cayenne, all the stuff that gives you HP points later on in life. It's the real world. Yeah, I agree. You know, some of that stuff is hard to stomach, just straight up. So you gotta blend it in, or do whatever you gotta do. But certainly get your greens down, man. I love what it does for my intestines. I love how food comes right down. It's like creating a slip and slide in your tush. You know what I mean? Just eating greens, and I love it, man. I love it. So there's all sorts of vitamins and minerals that are to be gained from eating your greens, you know? So definitely do that. And I don't know if you guys ever heard the phrase, eat the rainbow. No, that's not taste the rainbow. That's some candy. Eat the rainbow. Eat the rainbow is referring to bright colored fruits. Eat bright colored fruits. There are tons of healthy places now. They sell you acai bowls. You have, you just have all kinds of, juicing spots. A lot of health places are popping up around, and they're becoming a lot more popular, which is a beautiful thing, you know. But eat bright colored fruits. Each of these, these fruits all have different properties. You know, they have different health properties, and they're just good to intake. You know, some of these properties, are cancer prevention. Some of these properties are help with liver, metabolism. So these things all contain cytochemicals. You know, cytochemicals are very good, are important, I should say. So definitely get your bright colored fruits. Definitely get it mixed up, and you never know which property is helping you the most. Chief TV says, have to get on the gallon of water a day, but heavy on the grains, and been trying the seafood diet. Yeah. Depending on what you're trying to accomplish, the water is very, very, very high on the top of the list. Get that water in. I don't know if you were here in the beginning of the club this morning. I talked about getting that gallon down, and I walk around with this big old gallon jug and whatnot. But I'm trying something different now. I set my alarm, and every hour on the hour, I make it a point to right then and there drink some water. And at the very minimum, you're going to go through at least 4 ounces of water, depending on who you are, so that's good practice, baby steps, baby steps. So, excuse me. Yeah. So, get that water in, get them greens. You know what I'm talking about. If you're getting those greens in, those bathroom trips are a lot more, I don't know. Is it okay to say that it feels good? You know what I mean? I mean, it's such an easy process, clean up, smell, all that. It's crazy. Okay. Oh yeah. Old City Kane said he'd been hitting the sea moss real tough. Yeah, I've heard, there's a lot of good properties, a lot of good positive outcomes with the sea moss. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool, yeah, so between, drinking our water, getting our greens in and whatnot, eating a rainbow, which is those, bright colored fruits, your strawberries, your blueberries, and, your mangoes, whatever, you know. Um, yeah, less strenuous, Barry said. Yeah. Yeah, not feel good, but less strenuous. Yeah, a lot less strenuous. That's actually a good point. The greens make your bathroom trip a lot less strenuous. That's absolutely true, and that's a big deal. Uh, yeah. So another good thing to practice. We always talk about calming music. We talk about it when we wake up. Just one of the things to help start your day is have some calming music. But it's also a good idea to have some calming music before you go to bed. Science is still emerging when it comes to information regarding that, but there are tons of health-related things that are excellent when it comes to listening to calming music before you go to bed, and there's all sorts of it. I mean, it's just whatever your flavor is, just very relaxed music. There's meditation music. You can almost type anything on YouTube. You can type in elevator music, massage parlor music, whatever. I've lately been thinking about going to some of these nature sounds. I used to listen to those sometimes, and I thought that was very interesting. So I'm going to get back to trying that. You can go to bed to the sounds of water crashing, the sounds of wind blowing, the sound of the ocean, anything. And they say that it really helps reduce the stress. It helps reduce a stress hormone called cortisol. And again, science is still emerging when it comes to that. But I mean, that there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, and there's a ton of health qualities that you get from that. So yeah, I like the nature sounds, so that's pretty cool, man. So imagine going to bed to something very calm and relaxing, and waking up to it as well. You know what I mean? Just put you down in a good state, and to wake up in that same peace, wake up and drink some water. We're always talking about drinking water. I broke down the science behind it earlier. When we sleep, we tend to wake up dehydrated. I'm sorry. So first thing in the morning is a good idea to, get some water down, rehydrate yourself. Helps with fatigue. Honey C says, rain and wind are my go-to. Always causes me to feel safe. Yeah, rain and wind. I'm going to try that. Where I live here near the mountains, rain and wind, is my natural sound. We have had a lot of rain this past week. Certainly a lot of wind, but yeah, I like that. Old City Kane said, yes, slow jazz and sleep sounds. I have a rain, ocean, and a forest mix. Fall asleep real fast. That's dope. Oh, the Real Chief TV also reminded us about the digital detox. Glad you did, because I didn't have that on my notes this morning, because it's in my daily habit, but I want to share it with y'all so you guys can make that a part of your daily habit. A digital detox, man. Please take a minute to turn these computer screens off. Take a minute to put that phone away. Digital detox. I mean, put that thing away. It's important to do that, because we're so hooked on this stuff, man. We are over stimulated. We are overstimulated with all entertainment going. Some people, I talked about it yesterday, man. I'm laying in the bed waiting for this movie to come on Netflix. And while they're playing trailers for other movies, I'm sitting there with my phone in my hand, going through some other applications or reading some other stuff. That's entirely too much stimulation. I should have just been relaxing, waiting for the movie to come on and enjoy that. So yeah, definitely a digital detox. Honey C says, my dog seems to enjoy the rain and wind as well. They love calmer nights. Yeah, that makes sense. We've all heard it that, people and their dogs, people and their animals, the animals tend to look like the owners, so I'm inclined to believe that they have, similar interests too as the owners. People buy animals according to their personalities. And yeah, it makes sense that your dogs would like the things that you like. Even if, if it's not natural, it could be a learned behavior. But either way it goes, it's a really good and positive thing. So, I definitely agree on that. Yeah. Also, our daily reading. Our daily reading is very important because now we're talking about exercising another muscle, our brains. Our brains, it is very important that we engage in things that mentally stimulate us. Okay, mental stimulation. Another thing that takes place when we get older is memory decline. So while your memory is declining, or to help combat that, mental stimulation is a must, and reading daily helps with that. Learn something daily. Okay, learn something daily. If you haven't had nothing for the day but a trip to the 5 a.m. club, then you're off to a great start. I try to make it a point to share something here every day. That's a little bit different that the average person doesn't know. And if anybody knows all of it, then obviously you are in good shape all the way around. But yeah, read daily. For me, one of my goals is at least 10 pages of a non-fictional book. But if a fictional book for you is good, if whatever stimulates you mentally, get to it. Whatever stimulates you mentally. Barry Beige, shout out to you. We appreciate your time here at the 5 a.m. Club. We wish you a happy and successful day. And yeah, we know you're gonna knock out that next 8 hours. And don't forget tomorrow's Friday, man. Tomorrow's Friday, Freestyle Friday. We're gonna be freestyling around here. If anybody wants to get up here on camera, audio, whatever, and talk to us about your weekly goals. I jotted down some weekly goals from you guys this Monday. We'll discuss them tomorrow and see how you guys are doing. That's something we do here at the 5 a.m. Club. It's pretty interesting. I enjoy it. I love it. So we'll see how we're doing in terms of those weekly goals. Other than that, have a good day. We appreciate you there. Honey C as well. No Savory Dave today. Yeah, man. Who's the real? Oh yeah, of course, man. Of course. And this is the right place to do it, man. The 5 a.m. Club. And yeah, you've certainly been here enough. That's all I ask is the guys but anybody who here regularly, man. And the Real Chief TV, man, you've been here fairly regularly. Yeah, you guys, whatever you guys are doing, man, business-wise, feel free to shout it out. DM me with any of your merchandise. You guys got merchandise. You want to help promoting and whatnot. Definitely, man. Yeah, we encourage that here, man. This will be our little our networking group here, man. We're definitely all about pushing each other. Generally speaking, we talk about the health and but it's all around health, physical, spiritual, mental, and that's not not including financial. So yeah, definitely, man. Anything we can do to help each other further our plights, further our businesses, we all for it here. So yeah, definitely DM me, man. We get it together and get some of that merch going, man. And, yeah. So it's been a beautiful morning. I appreciate spending it with y'all. I appreciate you guys for tapping in with me here at the 5 a.m. Club. We will be back here tomorrow, bright and early. And yes, you guessed it, 5 a.m. Everybody have an excellent day. Let's keep our energy up. Let's keep our spirits up. And just a quick recap. Today was habits of health. Drink water, get plenty of water. Get your water down, get your meditation in. Everybody get in a daily walk. I got a lot of the science on today's show from the World Health Organization guidelines. If anybody want to double check anything, eat greens daily. The vitamins and minerals provided in these things are very essential to a good life, to a healthy life, and to a longer life. Eat the rainbow. Make sure you eat the rainbow, brightly colored fruits. Can't go wrong. Relaxing music, learn something every day, sneak some reading in, and take care of yourself, man, and loved ones around you. There's people rooting for you. There's people banking on you, and we are people. When I say people, we are people here. We are rooting for you. We are banking on you. We are hoping that everybody here becomes successful, because that's what it's about. The quality of life. You guys do me a favor before you get out of here. Tap that like button. Please share. If you haven't got a subscription yet, please get that subscription. And again, I can't stress to you guys how much that like button helps, man. That's certainly a form of support. Everybody can't donate. Everybody can't, Cash App, but what you can do is hit that like button, man. It's absolutely free. Hit that subscription button and tap the notification button every time I go crazy. Every time I go live. You know what I mean? So stay tuned, rock with me, man, and follow all the other stuff I got going, man. Craig Facts on the Caffeine Network. I do the script every Tuesday and Thursday. And most importantly, though, stay locked in here at the 5 a.m. Club. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Have a beautiful day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And before we go, y'all know we got to get a word from my main man, my Texas partner here, man.
JD Jimerson, shout out to myself. You tapped into the 5 a.m. Club. What up, Blaze?